Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to an actually new episode of the Baldwin Kids, a space dedicated to discussing current events, mental health, and nerdy pursuits. This, by the way, is our 50th episode, so we, decided to bring back the original theme. As always, I am the now stylized Kay.
And I'm the sparkling Vesta.
And we are yet again graced by the presence of one TJ the Prophet.
Your new best friend.
Your new best friend.
Your new best friend. The Prophet.
Well,
as of right now,
I totally expected that.
I meant to do that the last time I was supposed to be here, and then car trouble stopped me. I had the whole thing planned out. I actually did a stretch just in case I ended up jumping with it, but I'm glad I did.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Which, if you're hearing this and you've seen the other episodes I'm a part of, that's right. I'm no longer Pink Diamond. Hashtag fuck that bitch. I am Spinell. I'm here for your enjoyment and excitement, and if you keep your fridge open long enough, all your Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets.
Who the fuck keeps Pop-Tarts and Hot Pockets in the
You'd be
fridge?
surprised.
Hot Pockets, though?
You'd be surprised.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets.
Then they become room temperature pockets.
Ugh.
And depending on the flavor, they're still okay. Because like the meatball marinara one's still lit.
Who hurt you?
I can't be hurt because today's my motherfucking birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
I am immune to all
ya.
damage unless it hits my wallet.
Birthday.
I'm still an adult, sadly.
Oh.
My beer. Yeah. We're also, sipping on some celebratory scissor.
There, I'm sober.
I don't know about scissor, but I just like Tecate beers.
You've got Tecate. I've got some brandy.
I have...
Vesta has oxygen.
I have oxygen and water, yes.
Vesta's over here like, I'm a pure Christian woman, and I shall not sully my temple with such intoxicants like alcohol.
The moment we leave, he's gonna sip on a Mexican mudslide as if nothing ever happened.
That sounds like a euphemism for something disgusting.
Alright, so anyway, what are we fucking talking about?
Let's go. Let's start with some current events, shall we?
Yeah,
so get into some rapid fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's that
So
lovely
let's
sound effect for rapid fire?
segue right into our rapid fire section,
There we go.
just so we can ease on in and ease on down the road. First and foremost, y'all need to let Simone Biles be great. Like,
Why is she in...
she's in
now?
rapid fire because that 4'10" of raw talent is blazing trails in the gymnastics circuit, creating all new moves that the girls simply can't. Like, why would you try me? Why would you bother? They keep like...
You think for like a field that's supposed to celebrate creativity and innovation, she'd get more applause than uproar about creativity and innovation.
Yeah, basically, she's been coming up with some moves that nobody else can do because your girl literally is a superhero and can defy physics.
It's because of her short stature. It's to her benefit.
Have you seen her legs, though?
Yeah, all that muscle and her center of gravity, like, pardon the science nerd in me, but kinetic force and potential force are terrifying things in the right hands.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, she's like, I stan. But no, she's been coming up with some new moves, and these moves have been given point values in the gymnastics community. And one of the moves that she came up with, which I guess is the easier of the two, is supposed to receive a full point. Gymnastics scoring basically goes from 1/10 of a point all the way up to a point.
Right. I believe they scale based off difficulty, if I remember correctly.
Something like that. I only skimmed the article. I didn't read it in depth for how the stuff is evaluated.
Yeah.
But the other move that she came up with, which is harder, somehow is worth less than a full point, even though your girl is still defying physics.
That's just
True.
like,
And she'd like to try defying gravity.
because I feel like the point algorithm differs between like their national stuff and like Olympic stuff. Because I know in Olympics, like I believe their point system is much on a higher scale.
Probably.
So like I'm pretty sure the harder of the two moves would probably like damn near earn her the gold medal. Because I don't want to pull the race card, but at the same time, evidence points to race.
I just want to know, why are we hamstringing my girl? Like,
let this have been anybody else of the same stature, same like build, same like body tone, just not black, probably would be reversed.
Probably, but we'll get into double standards later on in the show. Can we just let Simone be great? Moving on.
She's the only Simone we have left to praise. The other one is batshit crazy.
I'm sorry.
from
who?
every continent.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I'm still on my white diamond. I'm sorry. Who?
It's just like
Oh, you're
the,
still.
the other Simone is with a Y because why bother? So
Why even?
So moving on, a presidential candidate that probably shouldn't, Kamala Harris.
Oh,
let me just, bitch, you tried and you failed.
Hilarious.
And now it's on the internet.
Yeah.
So Nikki, congratulations. Oh, that was so
Like,
good. That was one of the funniest videos.
She basically there's a video floating around of Kamala Harris going to a crowd and going, "Who's ready for a Harris presidency?"
No.
I'm sorry, not who's ready is, are you ready for a Harris presidency?
Followed by no.
No.
It wasn't even long. It was just no. Like me.
I mean, like,
I didn't know I was at that fucking
like
rally.
damn audience,
like she set it up like she was a part of DX, and then all of a sudden,
No.
nah,
like y'all did not have to pink
we
Steven her.
got 2 words for you. No, bitch.
Like it was just like the she's gone and face crack. Like, how do you get embarrassed that hard? Anyway, last but not least, in a miraculous turn of events, Nickelback snatched Anita Wall's wig.
Magical girl Anita-chan strikes again and strikes right back out.
So for this,
By of all bands.
Look at this copyright.
Exactly. I was low-key about to make that joke. I hate you.
Just
like he was like,
I have plans that will help the world in a huge way. Look at this impeachment.
and then Nickelback was like,
look at this copyright.
No.
I like it's like the Vine version where like it's just freeze frames on his face and they just hold up a frame picture of him being copyright striked on Twitter and it's just,
like I temporarily stand just for them being that level of petty.
I liked Nickelback.
All 5 of their fans are hooping and hoopla and be like, haha,
Yeah,
we
I
told
liked,
you they were
I
worth
liked
something.
Nickelback when they.
I literally only like Photograph.
I like
I like if everyone cared.
I like Hero. I like
Hero is not Nickelback. Hero is Chad Kroger featuring Josie Scott.
sound the same. So no, I like
My mind
Hero.
went to Skillet when he said hero.
Yeah, I like Hero. I like
Hero.
Save me now.
They're actually dicks backstage. Fun fact.
Skillet?
Yup.
You'd think a Christian band would be,
Do you see the state of American Christians now?
say.
You know what? You're right.
Are you sure?
So, I'd
that
love
your-
to see how Magical Girl Anita-chan, survives this episode.
You did not say Magic Girl Anita-chan.
We discussed this, remember?
Oh no.
She is Magical Girl Anita-chan. That's how she puts on her wig. That's how her skin goes from, bleach blonde to the annoying orange, 2 seconds flat.
What?
Oh,
Are you taking my habit now?
That's just the sound of how they have this Sailor Moon has the sparkly sounds. Anytime Trump gets something done, I get Magical Girl chest face. It's just. So
Speaking of her, we're moving on to our Democrats and Republicans because apparently this impeachment thing is actually happening.
yeah, all the times they've tried to do it in the past, either the House of Representatives wasn't completely on board, or they didn't have enough votes and or evidence. Well, the evidence was there, but you just need solidified evidence, because you know how people, especially those in power, will try and manipulate everything to be oh, it's less of what it is, when in reality it's more of what they need.
I still live
People
for
say
the
it
fact that
don't
he
be-
actually called them crimes.
Oh,
I still live for that.
Tell it
you
on yourself.
It's just my crimes can't be da da da. Don't
Yeah,
know
he tried
what
to make that a
said.
law, until I'm out the presidency, I can't go to court for such and such crimes. I'm like,
But
you are literally admitting you've committed these
Like, you
crimes by
literally
saying that.
full on
and that's
said
why
you committed crimes.
you're getting impeached IMPEACHMENT. Do you know what that means?
He gotta go.
No,
he gotta
no,
go.
hold on. What?
Please tell me you know what he's referencing.
I know, but did I have a stroke or did you spell impeachment right?
Yes,
he
I
spelled
spelled it
impeachment
right.
correct.
I'm gonna go
Bitch,
back.
it's in the notes.
I'm gonna go back and. I'm gonna go back and listen to see if you actually spelled that right, and if not, that's gonna be a soundbite.
But
All
not,
right.
but not just that. He like Anita low key broke like hood rule number 2. If you're gonna go down by yourself. Don't try and drag your mans and them
when Martha,
with you.
Like Martha Stewart held it the fuck down. Did not snitching on Nan's soul.
And now look at her. She's best friends with Snoop Dogg.
You'd probably be smoking the
They
loudest.
do.
Have you not
Like-
seen the show of theirs together? Like when they film cooking shows?
Half
no.
the stuff they make can low key be inedible.
Yeah, literally.
Even the salad can be inedible.
You know, Martha's
It's
like,
not that hard to switch out regular oil for a cannabis-based oil for a vinaigrette.
Oh, I never said it had to be the oil. They would like marinate it within the leaves before the salad's properly done, and the croutons.
Ooh, that sounds tasty.
But as much as I will always despise Mike Pence and how he is just Satan bot from Futurama incarnate without any of the comic relief or actual likability, even he didn't deserve what he got through Trump.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over Captain Closet being a piece of shit.
Fair enough.
Like, somebody needs to get the guy that is trying to make the X-Men illegal out of the office too.
Straight up call that man an asshole on record. Like every political radio was like, and I quote, he is an asshole. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
we're
just-
going that far.
Like,
That shit.
Like
hurt.
I keep saying that I'm not going to bring him up, but honestly, like the impeachment stuff is going forward, and now I read literally this morning that a second whistleblower is coming forward.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
So-
this I didn't hear about.
yeah. I want to know what they have to say because if there's multiple people coming forward, we might have something on our hands.
The same energy that these motherfuckers have for Bill Cosby, with everyone coming out the woodwork, they need to do this for this. And if they don't, that's bullshit. Especially since I believe this guy is way more of a piece of shit than what they said Bill Cosby was. You know I'm not wrong. Stop.
Are you? No. Are you? No. Are you?
No.
Are you?
No.
Vesta, what are you?
Where do you stand on this?
Okay, so Vesta's looking something up.
Concerning said intelligence whistleblower.
As a sidebar, while Vesta's looking stuff up, I'm gonna actually bring up a couple of things that we didn't put on the show just yet. Like, one, Stacey Dash got arrested for domestic battery. Wait, you laughed too early.
Oh.
So you know how when people get booked, they have their racial marker put down in the system too? Mm-hmm. Why the fuck is Stacey Dash's thing written down as a W? They booked her as a whole white woman. I don't think that's gonna help you, Miss Dash.
Oh, no.
You reap what you sow.
No, that fucking. See, I can't even look at Stacey Dash the same way because the moment I heard about that, I was on Facebook and saw a meme of like, you remember that episode of Powerpuff Girls that had that like that other family and that one wife with like the blonde hair and like that really awkward face, looks like oatmeal raisin cookies.
I'd have to see it again. I have not watched Powerpuff Girls in years.
Someone said that was Stacey Dash and that shit hurt my soul.
Which one?
You know who I'm thinking about?
No, I don't. Wait, you said who from Pop-Up Girls?
No, not Powerpuff Girls. Dexter's Laboratory.
Which one?
Like very orange skin, bright, had that like mom dress.
Oh,
you know exactly what I'm talking
no.
about now, don't you?
Oh, no.
They said that was Stacey Dash,
Oh
and I
my
died laughing.
god! Ew, bye, ew.
I fucking died.
Wasn't she a villain?
Yeah, she was one of the villains. That whole family of villains.
Oh Jesus!
Like, yeah.
While
That
they're
Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory. Dexter's Laboratory.
oh, it's Dexter's Lab.
That was not Dexter's Lab.
I mean,
Okay,
they're-
so I was
I mean,
right
they're
the first
animated by the same person.
Villain family.
Just
But
one survived.
While Vesta's looking that up,
yeah, her right there. They said that
the
was
Smith.
Stacey Dash.
The Smith, come on.
If anyone remembers the Smiths from Powerpuff Girls, the mom is Stacey Dash, and you can't change
You know what
my
this
mom.
picture looks like?
Oh my god!
Mary
why is
Ann
her?
Smith.
Why is she
Mary
like an
Ann
upside
Smith.
down turkey baster in this photo?
you mean a whole enema bulb?
Oh no!
No, but you know what this picture looks like of her smiling? Happy Black History Month when she was on that award show.
So who put Rachel Dolezal in Powerpuff Girls?
that Rachel, no. Rachel is fucking. I'm trying to think of her name too. Who was the one? Susan B. Anthony Coyne's lady from Powerpuff. She's actually from Powerpuff Girls.
Oh,
That
Feminista? No.
Yeah, whatever.
Femme fatale?
Anyway,
No.
we're losing track. All right, so where are we at now?
So let's see.
Seducer?
No.
no, Seduce's that bitch.
No. Let's see. There's a couple of other things I wanted to mention real quick because reasons. Let's see. A Florida official confronted a police officer during an award ceremony for falsely arresting him.
Yeah,
Like, put all of his business out there on the floor in front of the cameras and everybody. And honestly, exactly.
Yeah, that.
It's like, you 4 years ago arrested me under false pretenses, and yet now you're winning an award. You are a shameful person and a shameful officer. And I'm just like, we stand.
My wig.
We have decided to stand. She gave us no choice.
Literally.
Let's see. Oh, I'll save that for.
Why are you standing? She took our seats.
Let's see. Let me see. I know there's one other thing I wanted to bring up before moving on. Well, no, that's more of a... Okay. So I guess we are going to be moving on to our palette Cleonce Giselle knows card.
Oh, shit, I deleted it. Yow.
Ouch. I have things.
Okay.
Stuff.
That's not here, so I was expecting it to not be a part of the show. Let's see. There's an outline for a reason.
Yeah, and you, bitch, and you erased part of it.
I sure did, because there's nothing there. So, what are we talking about for the palette Cleonce Giselle knows card?
I mean, if we've lost that, I have something that's just like, I'm not even sure if it qualifies as a palette cleanse, but it's like, kudos to this man.
Okay, go for
Can we
it.
just shout out Frankie Muniz for like trying to shoot his shot in the greatest way possible?
It
No,
was like, walk me on a leash.
that's what he deserves, but no. That man is a
who
whole
was
Trump.
that?
That man is a whole Trumplodite.
Who said that?
Frankie Muniz. He was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot to Lizzo. And it's like, you've done some very shady shit, but like, a part of me wants to like respect you, like
Is he
being
really?
bold enough to shoot that shot.
Is he really? Oh.
Yeah. He is
Yeah.
like very pro-Trump. That's the only sad thing about this.
Damn, you used to be talented or something.
You used to matter.
I mean, not really.
I mean, Malcolm in the Middle will always be that show, but Agent Cody Banks will never be that movie.
I'm sorry. Who?
Every time I'm on this show, there's like a new sound thing that has me dying laughing. Why?
Who?
I
almost said holes, but that was someone with talent.
That's Shia
That was
LaBeouf.
that was someone with talent.
That was Shia LaBeouf, which
Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
let's see, for our palette Cleonce, we've got let me pull up his actual name. Patricio Manuel, I think. Hang on, it's gotta load. Yeah, a trans man will be the new face of the iconic boxing brand Everlast.
Oh yeah, I saw
Patricio
that.
Manuel is the first professional transgender male boxer in the U.S. and one of the newest faces for Everlast as part of their Be First campaign.
Just like, hey, I follow him.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram.
I stand by default.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram.
I stand with that, and in that same energy, the first openly transgender professional wrestler, Nyla Rose, has gotten a lot of like positive comments from like what she did with All Elite Wrestling's first show. It's like when you think of that, especially in the world of professional wrestling, it's not always welcome, but she has stood the test of time and has like embraced all the positivity, foregoing the negativity, and I stand with her no matter what. That, and she's just an amazing person in general. I had the chance to meet her when they were in Chicago for a show, and it was like, she's wonderful to talk to.
Nice.
And she's a nerd.
I stand.
A next thing.
She loves Zelda. You can't hate someone who loves Zelda.
Just a quick shout out to the Instagram page Trans in Color.
True.
A trans man who lives in Prince George's County, this is the DMV by the way, has dedicated his life to helping other trans people who look like him and who are going through the same struggles he was faced. His name is Danny Farrell. I'm not sure if it's Farrell or Farrell. But he is an AFAB transmasculine person who, one, is absolutely adorable, and two, is like creating resources for people like him, specifically trans men of color, because they get thrown by the wayside pretty often. Because
Pretty much.
So I stand by default, of course. People are also. Let's see, what else have we got? Nerd section. That, I think, is actually it as far as my palette clones goes.
Your what?
The palette.
I mean, I had to bring it back.
No, you didn't. The palette what?
The palette Cleonce. Giselle knows.
Thank you, Carter.
Like, bitch,
so-
you ain't joining in, so I guess I had to go back to my solo version.
So,
Buttons.
music break is me. Yeah.
Yes, we have a track called Xerxes
as-
by our very talented and fabulous Vesta.
Yeah.
As always, get into it, get your life, and we shall return shortly.
What? Someone's not prepared.
Bitch, I am looking around.
Someone's not prepared.
Someone's been naughty.
Naughty.
With love, Fred.
With love, Fred.
I actually saw the most sickening cosplay of him.
He was a serial killer.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, and we don't mean Cocoa Puffs.
What?
You don't get it?
No.
He's a serial killer.
Isn't that Reese's?
As someone who
Cocoa
loves
Puffs
bad
with the
jokes,
fucking,
that was a
peanut
really
butter
bad
in it?
joke.
Or, that's Reese's Puffs, sorry.
You mean one of the greatest cereals ever?
What, Reese's Puffs?
Yes.
It's okay to have an opinion, I guess. Alright, so what are we talking about today? Reese's Puffs are disgusting. Just like Reese's. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm surrounded by squealing seagulls.
Well, that wraps up yet another episode of the Baldwin Kid Podcast.
Peanut butter
If you
and
excuse
chocolate
us, we
is
have to kill our
not-
co-host.
Peanut butter and chocolate is not okay to me. It's really not.
It's okay to be wrong.
And it's okay to be incorrect, bitch. So, what are we talking about today?
Horrible for that.
Anyway,
Alright, so what are we talking about today?
all right. So,
Buttons.
before we dive right into our mental health section, as always, we have our disclaimer.
Ahem.
Vesta and I are two loudmouths with some recording software, some mics, and a touch of experience about navigating toward better health. We, with TJ included, talk about these things to do our part to combat the stigma around them. We are not mental health professionals in any way, shape, or form, so please, please, please take what we say with a whole Superdome of salt.
Oh my God, that's too much salt. That's that colonizer mentality. I swear to God, no.
Colonizer, you colonizer, colonizer. Anyway.
Switch out the Superdome with something likable, like Toyota Park or something. Something with less salt than that. God
Or
damn.
something that doesn't have anything to do with sports, because sports as a whole are garbage.
Not professional wrestling.
When it's real, yeah.
So independent professional wrestling.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
say when it's real, yeah. Because I was just watching wrestling at
don't
work,
say-
and I was like,
Don't say that too loud. My coworker's a huge wrestling stan.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
also a mark, hence I'm defending it.
Wrestling is very firmly one of those things of I don't get it, but you do you.
I love theater.
Bitch, me too.
That's literally all it is. It's just theater with padded stages.
You know the funny thing is that growing up as a queer individual, I feel like I should have enjoyed wrestling more for the
That's
half-naked
a
man.
horrible stereotype.
That
That's a real bad stereotype. Someone said that to me. They're like, "Oh, you like wrestling because of the naked man." I'm like, "I like men attractive and not coked out. Thanks.
Yeah, no. I guess that's why it.
I don't like steroids with my men. Thank you."
I mean, granted, there were some men in there that were very attractive.
There
but
were? Like who?
The Rock.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, don't disagree too loudly. My mom will just clip through the floor and yell at you.
I love Bethesda. But anyway, mental health time. So we're going to talk about
Introversion versus extroversion. Which are you?
that sounded like we were talking about the Showtime rotisserie and barbecue.
But wait, there's more.
No, wait, there's more. Set it and forget it.
Call now and you can double our offer. Only pay separate shipping and handling. Dial 1-800 fuck yo bitch.
Yo. God damn.
All right, so I guess we can just dive right in with the
I
idea.
had a horrible thing in my head, and I really shouldn't say that.
Oh, now you have to.
Yeah, you put it
It
out
was
into the ether. Let it be known,
It's like 1-800 lace front as loud as your pussy stank.
Pay no attention to the lace on my forehead.
Are you okay?
So
You fitnet bested.
Big fat white man smelling fat
bitch. All right, so I guess we can start with, and this will make a lot more sense with mental health stuff as we get into it. Trust me.
Where is K on the scale? 1, 2, 3, go.
I stand right in the middle.
What about you, Vesta?
I'd like to call. Well, let me carry on.
Okay.
I'd like to call myself an ambivert with introvert tendencies.
Is that an actual
Are you-
word?
What the fuck is that?
I've
mean?
never
What
heard
the
of an
hell?
ambivert.
Oh.
Oh, that actually is a word. I never knew that it had a term.
Wow. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Well, shit.
The more you know.
And that copyright.
But yeah, I have more introvert tendencies. Like if between going out and partying and staying at home, I'm usually gonna pick staying at home. But there are times when a bitch needs to step out and look sickening and steal a few souls if I need to. Cause especially for like special occasions, like I will be the biggest goddamn extrovert at like a New Year's Eve party. Like I will never forget, well, what I can remember at least, of New Year's 16 into 17.
Oh, no.
Let me put it this way. I don't smoke cigarettes unless I am very, very drunk. I definitely had cigarettes that night.
Ew.
It was so much fun though.
I pray
Like,
they were good ones, at the very least.
yeah.
What brand were they?
I just remember that they were not menthol,
Oh, thank God.
Okay, good.
but I
Chances
don't,
are they were American spirits then. Okay.
I was like, were they red?
You had a Marlboro Red?
bitch, I don't think you understand how turned I was.
What did the box say?
I was literally handed a cigarette by a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
What did it look like? Just
Like,
kidding.
anyway, but no, I love stepping out and looking sharp, and not necessarily being the life of the party, but I'll definitely be giving the party some life.
Okay.
But at the same time, I am also very good with having a fat bowl pack, and PS4 for the night, which y'all can still catch these hands at.
I thought you were gonna say Fat Pack Bold. I was gonna be like, oop, that sounds like a Solange title. Oh my god. So
Vesta,
yes,
how about you? Where do you stand?
I am introverted as fuck. I don't like going nowhere.
Really?
I hate going places.
Yeah, but you always like.
I can't go places for more than like 30 minutes at a time. If I'm like, cool, I want my food, I want to go home. I can't do it for too long. Even when I want to be there, I just can't be there for long. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that's the other distinction for me. Like if I want to be there, I will be there until it's time to help clean up at the end of a party.
That sucks though, because even when I want to be there, I'm just like, okay, well, nice to see you guys. You've been here for 5 minutes. Yes, it's been wonderful. I'll see you later. It's literally me. Just even if I want to be there, I don't want to be there. And then like I really like my isolation time, but I
Your
also
solitude.
my isolation time.
Did we not go over that distinction?
What? Oh my fuck.
Solitude vivifies, isolation kills.
Yeah, basically. So I like my isolation time.
Bitch.
That was dark. That was really dark. It's fine. So I really like being on my own most of the time. But there are times where I do want to just go out, even if I go outside and go to the park or something. I'm like, all right, cool. That was my fix. Time to go back into bed.
Time to
Basically how I go.
scurry back to your apartment.
Yeah, basically. And yeah. But there are times people tell me I'm extrovert. I'm like, bitch.
You can be.
I'm sorry, who?
Did you get rid of that button?
Oh, wrong button. Oh, wrong button.
I'm sorry, who?
There it is.
White hiding, as if she would ever hide from any
How
spotlight
could
ever.
she ever?
Right.
I can't wait for our next section.
I can't either.
And last but not least, unless you had anything else to say.
No, that's it.
I'm kind of in the same. Like, I'm a little mix of both of you all. Kind of like I am admittedly an ambivert. Now that I know that's a proper term for it, but I'm in the same position as Vesta. Even places that I want to be, like if I'm supporting friends like open mics or their performances, after a certain amount of time, I'll just be like, dope, stand off in the corner to myself, and they'll ask me like, you okay? Like, yeah, I'm totally fine.
I'm recharging.
That's literally a term I've used. People have asked like, are you okay? I'm
recharging.
like, yeah, my extrovert battery is just very low. Like, what's your charger? That would involve me going home.
What's your charger? This dark corner that no one bothers me in. Thank you. I'll talk to you.
Unless you have food, then by all means, I'll be extrovert again. But no, like, and it's a weird contrast. Like growing up as a kid, I was sadly that sheltered kid that I wasn't allowed to go places unless it was like school, church, or like right up the street to our park because it was like right down the block.
True.
And I would love and cherish every moment of being outside of my house, being amongst other people, just like being a social butterfly and all that good stuff. And as I became a teenager and now as an adult, it's like I will find every excuse known to mankind, demonkind, and anime protagonists alike to stay at home.
Yeah. I used to really like being
Home is
outside.
cheap.
As much as I used to not want to be alone, I find most of my peace, creative function, and just overall enjoyment being alone. Like a good book, like some Legos, rewatching like anime for like the 5th time. Because like the other day I rewatched Girl Lagann for like the 35th time, and yes, I did count.
So you can watch Kamina be the manliest man to ever manly man.
The reputation of Team Gurren is defined by he who is the most manly, the great Kamina. Yes, that guy.
Yep.
The greatest character.
The manliest man to ever manly man.
I don't know. Colonel Armstrong would have something to say about that.
I used to really like being outside, and then I discovered the internet and a place to hide from all of my problems. So
That's what the book is for.
Yeah. I was also one of those outside all the damn time people.
oh yeah.
And then stuff started happening at home, and my dad ended up starting being a lot more attached to his computer. My dad was of my two parents, I was way closer to my dad. So I would end up, propping a chair up next to him while he was playing Diablo 2.
Dope.
Which honestly, like, I still stand for that game. The game was made in like 1999, and it
still carries weight.
being played.
Yeah.
Much like RuneScape when it got back into popularity.
It did.
But
Oh yeah. Like it's scary how much it's gotten back in popularity.
I was being shady. I know.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like,
It has. It's still
like,
around.
but like, I don't know, the older I got, my mental issues were getting progressively worse and going unaddressed, because mental health stuff is for white people, as my parents would say.
You know what really helps your mental health come along really well and develop really nicely as a kid? Divorce. Let's talk about that.
Ooh.
Because divorce that isn't talked about That's why a lot of kids are still kind of fucked up to this day.
That's
because
that's probably why, as much as people want to try and determine it to a race, like the whole divorce process is one of those universal topics. Like, regardless of race or social standards, it affects everyone equally.
it's
And that's what
And
makes
it's
it
not
such a
even the
taboo. is
divorce
'cause
itself.
It's a bridge that can connect even the most racist of people. Like, I don't like you because you black. I don't like you because you have a 401k. We've both been through divorce. Come here, brother.
Yeah. But even then, it's not even the divorce that does it. It's when parents just don't talk to their kids about it. It just happens.
They don't explain
at the
anything until
kids.
it's too late.
And then the kids are just like, well, what the fuck happened?
And it definitely weighs on their mind when they often think that, in those rare occasions, that they think they're to blame for the divorce.
Yeah, that's real shit. Yeah.
That really starts therapy necessary.
That's, yeah. Again, like, this is all just, where did we even come from?
We were originally talking about introverts versus extroverts, but I kind of like this kind of open riffing on mental health stuff because, again, I say in the disclaimer, we talk about this stuff to try to remove the stigma around it.
Okay, cool. As long as we don't have a direction.
I feel like today's one of those directions, like just discussing topics in general.
Yeah, because truth be told, your girl is extra tired over here because I am getting ready to move and people are dropping the ball and the ball is falling through the floor into hell and I am not here
This
for
is
it.
why I messaged you and told Vesta to tell you, if you need me, I'm on standby depending on the time and hour. Well, hour and day, rather.
We can talk about that off the air. I will definitely need some assistance. Hell, I'm half tempted to put something up in the show. Be like,
Say, hey, you want
Random
food?
disclaimer.
yeah.
Just put out a whole Craigslist ad on the
Like,
Do
podcast.
you want food? Do you
Yeah.
want lemonade?
Do you want money? Do you want all of them? I might not give you all of them. However, if you help me, I'm guaranteeing you one of those things.
Do you
Like,
know, it's
I'm
just
over-
like, do you want food?
I'm
Do
over
you
here
want
like-
lemonade? Do you want money? So do I. Help me move.
I'm over
So that
here
way we can both have
I
it.
am willing to offer pizza, alcohol, and maybe even cannabis if you are willing to help me out moving.
I might kind of help you guys housewarm so I can make some dirty rice. Let's talk about how
Call 1-800. I'm in danger.
1-800 away. And you have, and all the, you may think that it's only 4 digits, but the rest of the digits are just Y's. So,
You mean characters?
Y's
Kanji.
away.
You mean letters?
Oh, Y's away. What is the letter? What is the word away?
You were saying digits.
No, I didn't.
You did.
You know
in
what?
fact, say-
Y'all can suck my tit. All right.
No,
So
thank
what?
you. Yo.
So we should probably get back on
So
topic.
what about food? Since I mentioned housewarming, food really helps you feel good sometimes.
Yeah, but some of us
That
don't
has a
have,
direct, yeah.
some of us don't have the metabolism to let food be a true comfort.
Yeah, I low key used to, and then the moment I hit 20, all my metabolism started catching up. Just like, remember when you had all this energy to do this? Yeah.
No.
I'm like, I'm tired. You've only been up for 10 minutes. I know, and I want to go back to sleep so
Oh,
bad.
that's my life right now.
Ooh. Yep.
Unless there's pancakes, then I'm forced to move. Because pancakes are a delicacy.
Ooh, especially good ones.
Okay, so let me take food away. Cooking helps me feel better.
Yeah,
Even if I
actually,
don't even eat it, cooking helps me a lot.
See, I can't agree with that statement because if I cook it, I'm eating it.
we can actually bring that kind of up. What's something that you do when you're on kind of an introverted kick, so we can try to stay around the same topic? Like
Oh, when
something
I'm
that you do
a
that you
little
enjoy.
kawaii introvert potato.
Oh my god.
Bitch, I'm adorable. Don't lie. Don't give me the face. You love this.
I'm keeping my eyes shut because I can hear the facial expression in that. So cool.
Kay just
So
made a
what-
face is like can be translated to sign language. That's how much it was.
All right, so what are you doing? You're a quote unquote kawaii little potato. Introverted potato, sorry.
I find myself, if not cooking like you, that's when the like building old Lego models come into place. Like I don't know how many times I've rebuilt the Lego Millennium Falcon and then disassembled it to build my own stuff. It's just something soothing. That and when I was a kid, I used to want to be an architect, so it really helps me feel back into those childhood vibes of like safety, security, and letting my imagination run free.
Oh, to be a carefree child again and not have to pay bills.
Oh my
That
god.
or just make a D&D character. That often helps me.
Oh, actually,
It's like, what do I want to be today? Do I want to be a pureblood Yuan Ti paladin or a Warforged barbarian?
ooh, I'm here for both of these, honestly.
I actually have played a Warforged, but he was a fighter instead.
The Warforged in my current D&D party is a paladin who does disgusting amounts of damage when he needs to.
Champion class fighter with the flame tongue greatsword. Holla at me.
A paladin with a flame tongue greatsword.
Fuck him and his god.
Wait, a paladin with a flame tongue greatsword hitting a crit and dumping all of the points of a divine smite into it.
He can suck my dick backwards.
I like to draw.
He was like, here's all this nerdy stuff. Just like, and guess what, bitch? What? I like to draw.
I like to draw. Yeah.
Okay, Blue Pearl.
Yeah, literally just like yeah, exactly. It's
You mean the Hot Topic Employee of the Month?
oh my god. You know, no, that's a no. Actually, no. Yellow Pro would be in Spencer's. Yellow
That
Pro
or
is
Zoomies.
Spencer. It's just like, ma'am,
Let me speak to your manager.
and then
I am the manager. I wish to speak with you.
Why are you Skeletor Karen? Like, I'm just imagining Skeletor with a wig.
did you mean
Ann Coulter.
Damn it.
I was about to
wish I
say
knew
something
her
that would have
name.
got us canceled so fast.
Cancel.
By who, bitch? We are independent
You
black
right.
creators.
INDE.
See, the moment you say
DENT, do you know what that
You're
means?
horrible. Dog, because what you said, Skeletor Karen or Skeletor with a wig, I'm just like
I just saw like the 50s
all of like
blonde.
Skeletor's like insults, like I don't like you, you Neanderthalic Negroes.
Oh god, I just got. Hold on.
So, you know what else, actually? Like, even when I'm on my introverted
Do
phase-
not actually look this up.
my God. Anyway, one of the other things that actually really...
This is the dark side of the web we talk about.
why...
This is the exact wig I pictured. I'm really
Alexander
upset about this.
Skeletor.
Okay, so drawing helps.
Let's get back on
I
track
used
somehow.
to write a lot. I still kind of do.
We need to get back into that, bitch,
technically.
because we were sickening together writing stuff.
Like,
What, like short stories and fan fictions?
Basically, yeah.
yeah, I'm really bad at.
I used to do
and then
RPing
I
on like
like
forums
world, I
and
like
stuff.
world build and like come up with characters and flaws and things that I want to happen, and then I'm like, huh,
That's
that's
what I-
gonna be good to sit in my journal for the next 10 years.
That's what I do with like the WWE games that come out. I would just find myself creating wrestlers, giving them like backstories and gimmicks and everything. Like I would never put them in universe mode, but I'll just be like, yes, this man's a retired Marine vet with a penchant for knitting. He makes all his old gear. What's his name? Frederick Jackson. He goes by Fahrenheit Jackson.
That sounds like Kay looking at people in public.
Oh, that's...
You just force ships? Okay.
No. This is actually one of my like semi-introverted things that I like doing, where like I'll go out somewhere where there's a lot of people but not interact with them because I absolutely adore people watching. So there was one time when I actually went out on a kind of date with a really good friend of mine who will,
Remain anonymous.
let's call him Phil.
Of the future?
Da-na-na-da-na-na-da.
So Phil and I went out to
hate you.
the local downtown suburb because I'm not giving away that many details about where I live. Anyway,
Okay, I can picture.
Spoiler!
this
He
right now.
lives.
Spoiler: Rent.
we're
The
not
musical?
gonna pay.
I knew he was doing it. I knew he was gonna do it.
But now I got Santa Fe stuck in my head. But no, Phil and I kind of walked around downtown suburb, and at one point I was telling him about how I love the idea of being able to just craft stories about people after watching them for like a minute solid. And so he points at one person. I'm like, nah, they're not doing enough for me to come up with something. Nah, they're not doing enough. Because sometimes people will just be sitting there.
Yeah,
and I can come up,
and people are boring.
and I can come up with like a little 5-minute backstory. But at one point, we see this kid and a female compatriot of his. He like runs up, jumps on the fountain, like strikes a pose, and then jumps back off, and keeps going. And I'm like, he's perfect. And I end up spending the next like 35, 40 minutes creating an entire backstory about him, like why he's acting out, saying that like his dad was, and like what I would do with it is like pull little elements from my life and turn them into part of the story. So like his dad is a retired army who was stationed in Germany, where he met his now wife after said wife spilled something on him by accident.
So Jackson's storyline. Okay.
Anyway, but they end up going through this whole thing, and it's like the wife had like some kind of swimming accident when she was really little and terrified of water. Meanwhile, he grew up basically like swimming before he was walking. And at one point they almost get a divorce, and they end up reconciling with the dad teaching the mom how to swim, and the kid seeing his family kind of knit itself back together. Like I said, just spent that entire time crafting that story, and I just love doing that.
So send this to ABC so we can get that as a subplot for General Hospital.
Oh, I was about to say,
I need that as a subplot.
that whole story that Kay just told is copywritten. I'm his lawyer, and I will sue you, followed by whooping your scrawny ass.
Yeah,
and
Phil-
I will raid your fridge.
And,
Don't have anything vegan in there. If I see tofurkey, you did.
see, and the best part is that Phil
You're
looked
fucking. No, I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
Oh fucking no!
Phil looked absolutely enraptured the entire time that I was spinning this whole story.
You just Ashanti with these stories now?
But like creating stories is something that I genuinely like doing when I'm on an introverted kick. Be it like when I'm people watching and I see somebody kind of, doing something a bit out there and then coming up with something. Or like he even gave me a challenge on another time we hung out where we were actually at the mall right by my current apartment. And one of the janitors had walked by, and I watched the janitor for a minute, and then came up with some concepts because like I could see that there was a faded ring around his left ring finger. I could see that he favored his right leg when he was walking. I could see a bunch of things, and just started throwing stuff together. And next thing you know, we've got somebody who attempted college, ended up getting into an industry that didn't really go anywhere, and so he ended up finding work as a janitor, and he's been doing this for 20 some odd years. His wife passed away fairly recently, and he finally gathered the courage to take off his ring, and so on and so forth.
If any of you guys need a scriptwriter,
That shit hurts. Oh god damn.
But it's something I absolutely love doing.
Yes, Jesus, write that shit. fuck fanfic.net. Put that shit on Wattpad. Like, oh my god.
It's like I said though, it's something I love
I
doing.
will be your beta reader. That shit. Oh my god.
Maybe I should just start getting my stories dictated or something.
That shit actually hurt to hear. Like, just took the courage off the. Fuck. Oh,
honestly,
damn.
You good?
No. I feel bad for Lawrence the janitor now.
on that note, I think.
Ooh.
What we got? So what else, dear Vesta? Do you have anything to add to what you like to do when you're feeling introverted?
Aside from cooking.
Sleeping.
Aside from
I mean,
sleeping.
bitch, me too.
Drawing.
The fuck?
Right. I used to write. I don't write much anymore. I don't write or draw anymore at all, really.
We need to get back into that.
Eventually, yeah. All I write right now is music, and that's not the writing I used to do.
I think though, let me just put like kind of a takeaway in here for the listeners because we're not just kikiing about what we like to do.
Yeah.
What I would say is, even if whether or not you're somebody who likes going out and being with people, I still feel like finding something that enriches you, even when you're intentionally, in a state of solitude, is something you should definitely keep up with. Because allowing yourself to just sit and do nothing, I mean, doing nothing is nice sometimes, but at the same time, yeah, I would say just like find something that brings you joy, that sparks joy, just gives you that ching sound.
I kind of forgot Marie Kondo was a thing.
You leave my 4'7" adorable Japanese organizer alone. Oh yeah, Vesta and TJ are kind of quietly kikiing about something.
But yeah.
So, I would say, also get plenty of sleep.
Yeah, really? Because I haven't been doing any of that. Because like TBH.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The past couple of like, for those who don't follow the weather, there have been a lot of rampaging storms in our respective area, and it has been the greatest sleep aid, but the greatest way to kill activity. Because it's like,
really?
oh, I want to do this. The rain is
Jesus,
super
raining.
soothing.
Good night.
Oh, bitch. Except for when, a peal of thunder shakes
Oh
the
yeah,
entire
no.
damn apartment
I was
building.
about to leave
Oh, I live
just
for
like
that.
because I love to just sit outside on my porch and just watch the rain, and I'm like, this is beautiful. See a streak of lightning. My glasses are made of metal. I'm not risking that shit.
There was
I'm combustible.
No, there was literally one point at about 3 a.m. where
I'm
there
not
was-
Luffy. Runs back inside.
Wow. But no, there was one point at like 3 something in the morning where I'm, well into a good dream, and all of a sudden I hear this. I can't even imitate it. Like, it's genuinely sounding like the word in the sky, that I felt it shake the entire apartment building.
Thor
Like, that was
Thor became your next door neighbor for like
Thor,
5
I was
seconds.
gonna say Thor landed on top of the Wendy's right next to my apartment. Clearly, that's how loud it was,
Register, Mason. More of your spicy chicken nuggets.
bitch. those nugs though.
Okay, so what? So
I think we need
the
to.
next musical break.
I was gonna say, yeah. Let's end it here. Just find something that enriches you, even when you're not, feeling like being around people.
So long as it makes you happy, that's all that matters in the end.
Yes.
So our next musical break is Against the Grain by TJ the Prophet, produced by DJ Muggs and Ray Roll.
So, as always, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, get into it, get your life, and we shall return.
Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and for thy possession the ends of the earth. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Be wise now, therefore, ye kings. Be admonished, ye judges of the earth.
Eeny, meeny, miny choices don't always define me, cause my mind could change more than the weather. Me and the mic are stuck together till we learn what's beyond infinity. From Mr. Buzz Lightyear, I'm taking sip from this light beer to ease my mind into a state of anti-socialism. This introvert wheels an extra rhythm to act like a trap card set by Sato Kaiba to dismantle any scheme drawn up by your whack conniver. In this world of broken dreams and unrealized potential, I wage war to ensure that this craft stays essential. I know the risk of my mission makes you think I'm deranged, but my only guarantee is that I'll try and make a change. Whether it be rain, sleet, strong winds, or snow, I represent the masses when it's time to rock the show, cuz
No matter what life throws my way,
I always go against the grain.
no matter what life throws my way,
I always go against the grain. I always go against the grain.
no matter what life throws my way.
I always go against the grain. Beware this blitzkrieg for thinking you're in my league. This isn't cockiness, I'm just showing I'm far from naive. Try and stop me.
I am so upset that you said that.
Said
So-
what?
Before we
Hit the record button.
I made the joke of we're re-entering Code Lyoko now.
Which, that series was lit, even if all the characters had big-ass heads.
oh my
Rihanna?
God. That's
You leave Robin Rihanna Fenty alone.
So we're
That
on the
shit hurt.
we're nerds here.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case you guys didn't know that.
I mean, I'm here, so that
Just
should give you a
forewarning
big
you now.
idea.
So-
we like nerd stuff.
So we can actually start with like some sciencey nerd stuff, which I'm actually going to start with something that I didn't get the chance to put on the outline.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, let me find the article.
Not even prepared.
Bitch.
As if I don't just spontaneously.
I decided
press this fucking.
I decided last minute to add this in.
I will say as if I don't just spontaneously start the recording anyway.
You're not gonna catch us again.
Organic compounds have been found on Saturn's moon Enceladus.
Ooh, my favorite planet.
Organic compounds have been found on the plumes rising from the subsurface ocean on Enceladus, adding to the evidence that one of Saturn's most intriguing moons should be explored further. In 2017, astronomers announced that ocean worlds such as Europa and Enceladus may be the best chance for finding life outside of Earth in our solar system. This discovery, along with a previous detection of complex organic molecules in the plumes last year, further suggests that the moon could support life as we know it. So, I'm here for this. Like,
I'm ready for humanity to fuck another planet up.
Yeah, but what if all the rich people go over there and leave us the fuck alone so we can actually fix this bitch?
Yeah, but then
If they
that would kind of
left,
be counterintuitive.
if they left, they know that it's far from being fixed at that point.
Because,
Fair.
all the rich people left, so the poor people left to fix the Earth. A lot of the problems with Earth need the money from those rich people to fix.
Well,
Most of them.
Yeah.
I won't
Do
say all of
they?
them, but most of them. Granted, one of the problems is the rich people, but that's another story.
imagine if they left their weapons behind and we waited till they all moved and we just nuked it. We just sent a missile into space and it was like, oh wow.
It's like, hey,
What's
you forgot
that
something.
supernova?
What?
Yeah, what's that super? Oh,
What's that spirit bomb coming at us?
it's really warm out today.
Please, lend me your energy.
Okay.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up in more
Send me
scientific
your tax
news.
returns.
So, a tetraplegic man has been able to move all 4 of his paralyzed limbs by using a brain-controlled robotic suit. The 28-year-old man from Lyon, France, known as Thibault, was paralyzed from the shoulders down after falling 40 feet from a balcony, severing his spinal cord.
Oh, God.
He retained minimal movement in his biceps and left wrist and has been able to operate a wheelchair using a joystick with his left arm. But over the course of 2 years, he was training an algorithm to read his brainwaves and such, and lo and behold, he's walking with the assistance of that suit.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know, science.
That is, as impressive as that is, I pray something doesn't happen to him where the government decides we need this technology more than you do so we can market it, mass produce it, and make a fuck ton of money off the design.
Did you mean Scorpion from Spider-Man?
No, I meant the Day After Tomorrow movie with Tom Cruise.
Oh, okay. So something without any culture or anything good in it. All right, cool.
But yeah, that was just...
The spin-out video.
The Philippine.
Oh, the Tagalog one?
Yeah. Oh, dog. What happened now, dog?
I'm just remembering the fucking bass boosting on that damn video.
True.
That shit was
That's my weakness.
Okay. Speaking of which, obviously, you know, big-ass Steven Universe spoilers incoming.
in 3, 2, 1. We are in the future. You thought it stopped at our boy getting a neck? No, he got a whole new season, bitch.
Well, let's hurt the 12-year-old's feelings. It's not a new season.
It's supposed to be basically...
It's a limited miniseries, so this is actually the end.
Yeah, but I still consider it a season to a
Here's the
degree.
thing. This is...
Someone made a joke and said this is Steven Universe Shippuden, and I died.
bitch.
It's not wrong.
I mean, but can we talk about, like, White Diamond being completely sickening right in the beginning?
Yeah.
Because, like, you watch the intro where she, like, you see her...
Extended arms!
You see her immaculate manicure sweeping across the front of the screen as the cape goes right behind and looks like something out of a damn...
Here we are in the future. Give me your wig.
Here we are in the future, snatching wigs.
And of course, everyone that was watching it had all these breakdowns of like Easter eggs and stuff. It was like it answered the biggest question: like, is Spinell gonna matter outside of this movie?
Yup.
Moment you see the trailer, Spinell's
like,
right
hello.
there. It's like, hey, like, are your tear marks gone? No, they're part of me.
In like the very first few frames, we were seeing little things. Like based on the intro, we might be seeing more input from Bismuth, Peridot, Lapis.
They're gems now. So
Yeah, they're officially crystal gems, so it makes more sense. Shout out to Peridot for being adorable at the very end.
Yeah, true.
at the future.
That was cute.
That was fucking adorable.
But the fact that in that thing where it zooms out and you see everybody, and the fact that Pat Paracha started singing
I like how
late.
she starts singing late. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
No, people were like, there were some people kind of upset just because they didn't see their favorite big buff Cheeto Puff,
Who?
Jasper.
I'm sorry. Who?
I don't know that bitch.
speaking of
I also
which,
don't know Lapis. Don't know who that is.
We're going to leave that shade for Lapis alone. We discussed this. Speaking of which, a lot of people are trying to like where we used to say like Peridot and Lapis was like a bad pairing, even though I defended it.
It's
People are starting
Bismuth and Lapis.
but yeah,
now.
Bismuth and Lapis,
I
which
mean,
I'm
yeah.
a very, very unsettled by.
Oh, bismuth and lapis possibly like
But
being
I
a
feel the
fusion or something.
fusion would be lit.
Yeah.
Literally.
What gem or mineral do you think they would be?
I'm trying to think of if there's an actual gem that like represents and identifies with blacksmithing or like the core of magma, so some type of pyrokinesis or temporal resist, not temporal but temperature manipulation and hydrokinesis, and I can't think of it for the life of me.
That one.
Andesite?
It's got all the colors.
Andalusite. Andalusite.
That could actually work.
Or fluorite.
No,
But
no.
probably
Can't be
Andalusite.
fluoride. Fluoride is the big centipede.
Oh, yeah, true. That's right. All right, so the Andalusite. That'd be lit.
Speaking of big centipedes, though, do we want to move on to talking about the whole thing where they show off all the enemies?
Yeah, that's weird.
Which we can
Which
just...
that's what we saw, Jasper. But,
Uh-huh,
but at the same time, one of the silhouettes looked like White Diamond, as if to say like this is what they've conquered and shit like that. So it was like kind of uncertain. to
Yeah,
me.
so Jasper's there being fucking annoying, as per usual.
I really have hopes for her. I
Cactus-
personally really want a redemption arc for her. At the very least, make her a neutral party.
You
That
know what would be
kinda helps.
amazing? Her redemption would be she gets fucking shattered at the end. So anyway,
I mean, think about it. Amethyst straight up said, "It's all right, sis." So people are immediately like, "What if we get an Amethyst
fuck
Jasper
all that
fusion?"
nice shit. Fuck that bitch. Fuck her. Fuck Lapis. Well,
People
not,
said the
not
same-
as bad for Lapis.
To be fair, people said the same thing about Peridot, and look where she is now.
True. And the fact that Peridot was like,
But the
don't
thing
hit me
is-
with that thing, I'll lose all my character development.
See, here's the thing.
Can we talk about how in that intro she that's like Rebecca Sugar ain't slick having that reference to Static Shock with Peridot on the trash can
True.
lid? It's
But-
like, you ain't slick, Rebecca. I adore you.
But fucking Peridot was never threatening, so I knew she wouldn't be that damaging because she never was.
I don't know.
I mean, she wasn't. Lapis has never been. Well, she
I'm about to say Lapis has been.
Lapis
when you
was
can control
threatening.
70% of the
So
Earth's
yeah,
element.
Lapis was threatening for about 5 minutes, and then she turned into edgy ego mode. And I
Yeah,
was
no.
like, you know,
If Blue
we're done
Pearl
here.
is the Hot Topic employee, Lapis is the Hot Topic manager.
yeah.
I honestly, you can hate Lapis as much as you want.
Oh no,
but
I adore Lapis.
I still stand for her, that one line when Blue tried to hit everybody with her crying abilities.
Again, moody e-girl. Yeah. I know.
Just the wipes tear. I felt worse.
Like all the Edgelord came out at that moment.
Yeah, we love.
Only thing that would have made that edgier is a whole Common Rider transformation sequence.
Jesus.
Fucking. So there was the mutant Cactus Stevens, which.
That really
Okay.
upset me.
There's 2 more Lapises,
Yeah, it looks like there's
a Ruby Aquamarine fusion, a giant fucking centipede with horns, and then White,
who looks like she'd have lost her damn mind.
who is pink. Again.
What if she and Steven end up fusing?
I doubt it.
No, thank you.
I doubt
I
that,
don't.
yeah.
As much as interesting as a fusion between diamonds would be, I don't want Steven involved in any
None
of
of
them.
them. That's there's no point.
The only one
He
I
would
accept
never-
at this moment is blue and yellow.
Yeah, that's it.
I still say, we've said this a million
Jill
times.
Scott.
Can we please have Jill Scott be Green Diamond?
Yeah.
Yes, I want this. However, I do feel that
Fucking
there's-
Jasper shows up in Green Diamonds. She's like, sister, honey, girl. fly away.
I feel like it would be interesting to have the diamonds fused like other gems outside of Steven though, because I personally feel blue diamond and garnet would be.
That'd be pretty.
That'd be fucking beautiful. It'd be terrifying as shit, but it'd be
Who would
beautiful.
that be? That'd be like Rihanna or something.
Of blue
Ooh.
diamond and garnet.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
like
be
Rihanna. Yeah,
I would. A part of me doesn't want to agree and say Rihanna.
but it makes sense.
It does
yeah.
make sense.
It'd be like Rihanna.
Unless the fact that, but then if it's white diamond and garnet, that's Patti
White Diamond and
LaBelle.
Garnet would be like
That's Patty
Angela
LaBelle.
Lansbury.
Yo,
no.
yo.
Who would you say?
I said Patty LaBelle.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then replace
no.
Garnet with Amethyst. So you have Shaka Khan.
No.
White diamond and amethyst. Just make Shaka Khan don't at me.
Oh my god. I can just see it like they fuse and she's like, oh, sweet thing.
That's how she talks to Jasper. Don't you know you lost everything?
Every woman.
Oh my god.
It's all in.
You. But then who would that leave? Oh god, Pearl and Yellow Diamond.
Pearl and Yellow Diamond would be like
They wouldn't even
Jane
become a singer.
Lynch.
They would just.
Pearl and Yellow Diamond would be like Jane Lynch. Yeah. That'd be that. I could hear that. I can see that.
You have to pick the biggest lesbian.
It works because Jane Lynch, while I love her, is on nowhere near a level of Patti LuPone.
I just thought of the most petty fusion. You could fuse Spinel and Lapis, and they just both look at Pink Diamond and Jasper, and they become Janelle Aiko on some "I don't need you, I don't need you, I don't need you."
Who would that? What would that even look like?
A mess.
What would that even sound like? Ooh.
A mess.
Yeah.
I feel Spinel needs to be involved a lot though. Like her and Steven makes the most sense.
Yeah, Spinell's gonna be acting a goddamn fool in this show.
I want to see.
I want to see what her actual weapon is.
I want to see another stag.
I don't.
Nothing.
It's gonna be Onion and Steven.
It's holding.
They'd be voiced by that kid from fucking Black Mirror Bandersnatch.
Oh god,
the game
no.
developer dude.
I haven't
Who
seen
looks
it
like
yet.
Sid.
Please no. Please no.
Why don't you want another stag? Why don't you want another
Bob.
stag?
What's going on, Bob? Huh?
What's wrong with stag?
That's it.
Unless
what else does he need?
Unless
to do
we
there for?
incorporate Lars and his partial gemness into some fusion.
It's not that he's
I don't
a
even know if that
partial
could
gem.
happen.
He's
Because he's dead.
He's a pink zombie.
Yeah, he's dead. I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm still over here like, what's wrong? You
There's
know what?
nothing wrong
Fine.
with Stag.
Though, not gonna lie, I love singing along to his parts.
I do want to see an updated fusion of Stevani though.
Ooh,
That'd be pretty. That's probably gonna
Especially with
happen.
Steven's new shirt, keeping the jacket and
Stevani about to look like a whole Alicia Keys.
No, not Alicia.
up.
Not Alicia.
Straight up.
I refuse.
Lotion on
Not
breast.
Alicia. That's why I refuse.
over here.
Oh,
like,
God, no.
I keep on fusing.
Who else?
Oh my god, that means if Stevani fuses with Garnet,
Garnet. Ooh,
you know who we get, right? Since you had to mention Alicia Keys.
Kelly Rowland.
No, Fantasia. Either that or Jasmine Sullivan, take your pick.
You don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free your shell. I can't talk too much shit about Fantasia.
I can.
Sis has her moments.
She'd have a hard time being on that show because she wouldn't be able to read the lines.
She's not Floyd Mayweather. Come on now.
I'm trying to think of other few. Who else? Who do we not mention?
I want to see
So
more
we mentioned-
Rainbow 2.0.
I
Yeah,
definitely want to see.
true.
I want to see more Sunstone just from the theme alone.
Oh yeah.
Sunstone.
Better step off.
It's your friend Sunstone holding it down.
I love Sunstone.
Sunstone, aka
You have a bully.
yeah.
Now remember,
P-
kids.
PSA.
Don't
the
try
gem.
this at home. Suction cups, just like the most non-lethal weapon in all of existence.
Oh, right. Who do we say? We said Yellow and Pearl was Jane Lynch. Blue and who? Garnet?
I want to see Janelle Monáe be somebody. Can we?
That would be sardonyx.
Yeah,
mixed
literally.
That would just be sardonyx.
Yeah.
Unless you merge sardonyx
Like,
with Stevani.
Like, I kind of sad that they kind of missed that chance, but that was sardonic.
Honestly, as well as Nicki Minaj was received for being,
Sugarlight.
yeah, and as well of a job she did, there's still a part of me that feels like someone like Queen Latifah would have did a little bit better.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's talent there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, not to knock Nicki, because her voice acting jobs are kind of
That
funny.
voice
Like, she was
matched
actually
the
kind of
attitude
hilarious.
perfectly.
Yeah. Like, she's kind of has chops for voiceovers, which doesn't
Low-key,
surprise
if they
me,
update
but-
it and Nicki's not available, you could always replace it with Doja Cat and be through it.
Woo! I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Yep, I'm here for that.
moo.
We're not here for Moo. We're here for Tia Tamera.
Like they
There's a
fuse,
difference.
like she fuses and she's just whooping fucking Jasper. Like team like Tia.
Pop up like, bitch, I'm a gem. Bitch, I'm a gem.
Bitch, I'm a fusion. Bitch,
I'm a fuse. Bitch, I'm a fuse.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not alone. I'm not like you.
Damn!
Oh.
Damn!
Who else? What else happened in
Can we talk?
Spinel was cute. I can't get over that.
Can we talk about the Ruby task force surrounding
Really,
the mayor?
Mama Four has a whole
Whole Ruby squad.
Secret Service of rubies.
Hup, hup, hup,
I hope it's not the. Who's the one that like did a 180 and stole the shit back? Who was that?
That was the one that had
Navy?
the eye in it. That was the bubble with Steve, I believe.
No. That's
The
the one
sweet
who.
one?
Yeah, that's the one who testified against him in court.
Right.
Okay, so the one who came back and got the ship. I think that was the naval one, like the one with the Navy one. I think that was who that was. As long as she ain't back in that guard, because that bitch.
That would make an interesting
she's
storyline,
a
though.
national enemy.
That would
after
make an interesting storyline, though.
No, but like Stu Ball's got his driver's license.
I know.
apparently.
And a new T-shirt again.
It's Greg's t-shirt. It's probably sleeveless, like his old shirt.
Yeah, it's his old
Yeah, it's
Mr.
what-
Universe.
yeah.
Which means, here's the thing: with this new season coming out, this doesn't necessarily mean that it can be the last one. The one that's coming up. And hear me out. It's the ending to the story, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a time break between the end of the movie and the beginning of that epilogue series.
I mean, I guess, but why would they do that?
Why not? What if Rebecca has more stories to tell?
I mean, what if they? I feel
doubt it.
there's a part of me that hopes, and then at the same time does not hope that they pull an Adventure Tom.
Rebecca ain't falling.
Like they
for that
accelerate
shit.
the story so much that the Adventures of Steven become like urban legend type deal, and like the crystal gems are still somewhere out there along with Steven, but it's like a new type of thing. Like
They were like
almost
like they would Macross it, where it's like, yeah, these folks that you just watched, they're over there somewhere.
Ladies and
We're
gentlemen.
here's what
these
happened
people.
on the
Yeah,
other side.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and people who know better, just so y'all know, I have no clue what they're talking about when they say Matt Cross a thing, because I've never watched it.
Okay, girl. Mind when Kay has no culture. So it would be like Macross, right?
Yes.
But so in Macross, they like tell the story and then they move on to a different part of that universe and tell a different story.
Okay, so see,
So I don't think Rebecca would do that though, because I think Rebecca's just like, all right, cool, I'm done. Y'all ain't get me for shit else. She'd probably write another story and make another Bob show. Mm-hmm. She ain't got to keep writing on the same.
Somehow
one.
makes a crossover special between Adventure
That'd be
Tom
cool.
and Steven
hey,
Universe.
maybe a crossover that actually works.
That wasn't her fault.
That was not her.
Was not her fault. They were like, yo, you're under contract for this season. You do what we tell you. And then she got renewed and she was like, I got you, bitch. This is going to be gay as fuck.
Yeah, someone on Tumblr was like, "Can we just erase Uncle Grandpa from that equation?
See, I
and just add like Chowder,
see.
Oh, that
Chowder was
that would have been
hilarious.
amazing. That would've been
Garnet,
amazing.
and Schnitzel would have had the greatest conversation."
Just Garnet nods.
Rada,
Schnitzel just-
rada. I agree.
Rada. Oh, you did lift the dread lead fossil. Can I have an attempt at it? Rada throws it to him like, "This is nothing." Rada.
Rada. Hello, I'm Garnet.
No, that's the same. If I remember correctly, that's the same. Schnitzel is also Bender from
Yes.
Futurama.
Yes.
Who was also Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War.
Yes.
And I think he actually also played the Joker in the Under the Red Hood movie.
Which
Yeah,
was-
Joe DiMaggio. Yeah, he did.
Which was certainly a casting choice.
He did a good job.
Was it what we expected? No.
No.
Was
Yeah.
it worse though? No. He gave it a decent type of pizzazz, especially during the last scene where he was revealed in that chair.
I'm mixing.
Don't be a
I'm
party
mixing
pooper,
Jokers up.
Betsy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm mixing Jokers up. I'm thinking of the one from the fucking the white tux Joker. I'm thinking of him. Okay, my
I'm
bad.
sorry, who?
Yeah, I'm thinking of that one. Sorry.
White
forget-
Tux Joker's voice actor wasn't bad, but it definitely didn't fit.
But White
Joker's
Tux Joker
aesthetic.
sucked. Yeah, White Joker always sucked.
I believe, if I remember correctly,
White Tux Joker always sucked.
I believe why they did that was going off the backstory of how one of his like origin stories was him as a mobster.
Yeah, but it was just like, okay, cool. That was really good for a one shot, but this didn't even.
It made it seem like he stole that suit off of Two Face.
right, and it was like, okay, cool, I guess.
Sure
But yeah,
can.
Steam Universe is gonna be lit.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Can we talk about that chord right in the beginning of just we
That was a lot of notes you just hit there.
Am I wrong?
No, that's the scary thing. Your overabundance was right on point.
It was all of them. It wasn't just.
I love the fact that like the way that it was set up though is that is like, bitch, you thought the original theme was happening,
But they ain't got no reason to sing that no more. Because everything they sing about has already happened. Because they won the fight and they went out for pizzas.
A fusion idea just came to mind, and it immediately scared me and intrigued me of Spinell and Garnet, and they would just look like freaking Jubilee, and it's beautiful.
Spinell and Garnet would be voiced by
But they would look like Jubilee.
What's
I
that
can
one
see the
girl who-
glasses.
what's that one girl who ain't got no talent? She just was in fucking Christina Milian. That'd be a great voice actress for that fusion.
you leave the singer of the Kim Possible theme alone.
That's about all she did good, and even then, auto-tune was very much a thing.
Yeah, you can't
Anyway,
deny that factoid. Like,
anyway,
She was Magenta in the Rocky Horror live-action reboot. Did you forget about that?
I never watched
Don't
it
remind
because
me!
I didn't watch it because I wanted to save myself the heartache.
I made a terrible mistake and watched it because I adore Rocky Horror.
The very beginning was a bop. Like, they went back to the movie theater lady.
And Victoria Justice
Like,
did a
that
great
was
job.
lit. Like, that was dope. And then it started. I'm like, oh.
We're gonna overflow it with cameos from the original cast.
And it's like, oh.
Wait, they're not here. Damn.
Yeah, where that remake was a choice. Meanwhile,
Most of them were a choice.
except for Jesus Christ Superstar, I stand for that one
Oh, I forgot that one happened. I'm sorry.
with John Legend.
Yeah, I
and
forgot that
Jesus.
one
Okay,
happened.
yeah.
I forgot that happened.
Fuck, I forgot his name. But
Still didn't watch it because I don't see it for John Legend. But,
you leave the Eternal Baby alone. That man is like in his 40s and still looks like a whole baby.
That would be the other male. If we get another male fusion, John Legend should be the voice. We're just ordinary fusion.
that would be like Steven and
Kevin.
Steven and Lapis or Peridot. Probably Lapis. Or Steven and yeah, one of those two. He's too soft to be a fusion of Steven and Bismuth. I thought that was gonna be Chance the Rapper, but I'm kind of disappointed it's not.
Yeah, I was. But I when they first said Chance the Rapper, I expected him to actually be a voice of a
And
fusion.
then, like, just kidding, he wrote True Kind of Love, and it's like, oh, I can hear it. Is there anything else Steven Universe that we can mention?
You know, True Kind of Love was like, yeah. Now, where was this writing for your album, Chance?
Oh, because Rebecca did the rest
Oh, I
of it.
love my wife. I love my wife. Oh, I love. That's all the.
See, the problem is that stuff like that can be done right and done adorably. Like, Nick Offerman talking about Megan Mullally.
Yeah.
That is adorable because anytime he mentions her, he turns into a puddle, and it is the cutest goddamn thing.
Yeah, and then
because the man looks like a whole
Chance's case,
Rottweiler on stage.
It's like, okay, I could accept that you're in a better place now. I'm all for this. However, your star, more so your gimmick, is starting to fade.
Let's get some new material. Don't go the route of Nickelback.
Prison gates won't open up for me.
Stop.
Anyway,
Okay.
do we have any more Steven Universe standing to talk about?
Nope.
Well, then we can.
Well,
move.
what's this topic about? White
Oh.
being OP.
Opulence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to say.
We
like,
mentioned that first. Yeah.
Oh yeah, White doing that whole thing with like her manicure showing right at the beginning,
And
of
the
opening.
fact that Spinell is indeed official canon, and no one can dispute it anymore. So fuck all those breakdown videos trying to say otherwise. You will allow me to be in their presence.
The last thing I wanted to mention was TJ was talking cash shit about us playing Soul Calibur.
Shut the fuck up. I'm the type of gamer who can, with honor and grace and dignity, accept an L. I can't accept when it gets constantly thrown in my fucking face. And on live television, you fucker.
We're on TV?
Yes, we are.
Where the fuck is the camera?
Anyone who plays YouTube on their TV.
Haha, got you there, bitch. Got you there, bitch.
At least I got a W today somehow. Because I sure did.
Fine.
Soul Calibur.
I'll just leave it at that. And y'all are still welcome to catch these hands on PSN. I'll drop my info later.
Not as a cop out, but 6 threw me in 2.
I mean, if you can bring a second controller, I'll bring my PS4 over.
Okay, you definitely don't want
No way.
So real quick, just so people catch the reference, people know that Voldo in Soul Calibur 2 is like, you want something stupid with the stage to happen? You look for Voldo. We were on the windmill stage, and he decided, I'm gonna hit the wall. But isn't that a ring out? Yeah. I'm gonna act like there's a wall here, though. Raphael kicked him. He was bit in like mid stance and like froze in mid air, and then just dropped off the y-axis. And then someone.
And so there's this meme floating around of Spinell singing "Drift Away," and on the last "Away" they like consonant word skilled it. It was like "Drift Away." So.
When we first discussed this shit had us dying. When I say dying, I mean, where's the Dragon Balls? Where's the Phoenix down? Quick, give me a full restore.
Like, I am no more, send flowers.
Like, all right, I'll see y'all at the repast.
I'll catch you at the crossroads.
And I miss my Uncle Charles, though.
But no, he ends up falling off the stage, and then I see it, and then the replay happens, and I just loud enough to hear just go, away.
We fucking died.
Oh my god. But
Chances
yeah.
are, once we're done with this episode, I'm probably gonna catch like 5 more L's and give out 2 more L's.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going away on a good record. There's at least gonna be a 30% gap.
Is that what it's called?
Fuck you.
Let me stop being shitty.
Stop trying to act like just so long as you're not on Brock Lesnar level, I'll be fine. But, matter of fact,
I'm sorry,
just to get that shit off my mind, for those who love wrestling,
Hold on.
One more thing.
fuck Brock Lesnar, you piece of shit.
You big fat white nasty smelling fat bitch.
What she said. How dare you end the reign of Kofi Kingston in such a manner? You miserable slut. You congruited whore. You translucent amalgamation of shit paste and fear toxin. You dumb skank! And I'm done.
On that note,
No, I'm not. You succulent whore!
All right, so. Wow. All right.
I just wanted Kofi to keep the title longer, man.
yeah, it was kind of a thing for black wrestling nerds all around.
True.
Because I believe he was the first one to hold a title.
He was the first African-American world champion we've had since Mark Henry, and the first one under the official WWE title banner.
Wow.
And this is a guy who's been there for literally 15 years, and this was like his first actual fair attempt at it. Had all this fanfare, like WrestleMania, all this great stuff, had great matches. No one was really getting bored, unless you're one of those stupid marks that just really wants to say shit for no reason. We all knew Brock was gonna win, because Fox is like, we want to put a lot of attention on big money draws, and sadly Brock Lesnar still brings in a lot of revenue. I just hate the fact that for a guy who's been making his whole title reign of beating all these credible people in like great bouts of like resiliency and stuff, this nigga lost in 9 seconds.
What?
Bell rings. Kofi runs as if trying to attack. Brock, F5. 3 count. 9 seconds is what it took to end Kofi Mania. And that right there just put the nail in the coffin of me accepting Brock Lesnar as anything but a money-grabbing whore.
What was... I'm trying to think. This is... I feel like this was reminding me of something, and I can't put my finger on it. Of like somebody being like the biggest champion, blah, 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 and then just getting knocked out in a heartbeat.
Is that one girl?
Ronda Rousey getting her ass rocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she was still in UFC and she went against Chris Cyborg, it's like the fight started in like about a minute 12. She got caught with like a real bad like hit and just was like, ooh, fuck.
She hit the ground like a death drop.
It was like those Tekken 7 crumble animations.
Ooh. Okay.
She got hit with a Safina Low, was like, ah!
Away.
If you don't make that a damn sound on this soundboard.
I'm tempted.
Tempt it! Bitch, do it!
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So that's my one more thing. What about you guys?
Okay. Let me just...
Don't be too loud. There's a lot of people.
Oh, right. Viewer discretion advised. If you've never heard Kay get rampantly angry, now's your time. Remember, you've been warned.
Yeah,
In 3, 2, 1.
So, Amber Geiger happened.
Yep.
Amber Geiger's paltry sentence happened.
Yep.
That let me just assault my note or refer to my notes because I know I've been trying. God has been. She has been telling me to be better to people and not talk shit about people's appearance. I may end up having to drop that rule for this because I am about to be as raggedy and disgusting as I damn well please because you got me figgity full circle fucked up. Let's start. One, no. Also no. And fuck no. Those all go out respectively to the raggedy ass judge that is clearly bankrolled by the cops to give her this paltry ass sentence. That other no goes straight out to Botham's brother, who decided to give her a whole ass hug. And that figgity fuck no goes out to his dad, who had the nerve to say something like, "Oh, I think we could be friends at some point." My nigga, she killed your son. She killed your son. The best, if I were in that situation, the best she could get from me is duty-free dust and maybe getting pissed on if she was on fire, and that's about the fuck it. Like, if I ever, and this goes out to each and every one of my friends that actually listen to this, if I ever die at the hands of a crooked cop, I promise you that damn Facebook post that has been floating around that says, if any one of you bitches decide to hug my killer, everybody's getting haunted and you could catch a fade at the crossroads because you got me fucked up. And there are rumors floating around that she is actually planning to appeal the conviction. Look at me coming up with portmanteaus because I can't fucking talk. Which, I get that most people convicted of crimes end up trying to appeal their conviction. But sis, it is irrefutable that you killed that man in cold blood and then made no attempt to try to preserve his life once you realized that your dizzy ass was in the wrong apartment. You too busy sexing a whole ass married man to pay attention to where the fuck you were going. And then on top of that, killed a nigga that was trying to have some damn ice cream. Like, bitch, Bluebell ain't that good to kill somebody over, first of all. And second, the fuck all, what I want to know is, actually, did you two hear about this? About her taking pages out of Betty Shelby's book?
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it. What did she do?
Do you remember who Betty Shelby is?
Vaguely. Refresh my memory.
She is the bitch that killed Terrence Crutcher in cold blood. And has been in Minnesota teaching classes on how to deal with quote-unquote allegations of police brutality, even though there is whole helicopter footage of what she said in her defense being a whole entire lie. She said she saw him reaching in his truck for something when she shot him. I'm talking about Betty shooting Terrence. She said she saw him reach through his truck window to get something. Unless the man was fucking Kitty Pryde, there was no way he was reaching into his truck to get anything because the window was still up. In fact, after Betty Shelby shot and killed Terrence Crutcher, you can see his blood streaking on the window that is still up. It is irrefutable.
And she's trying.
And she's now teaching classes on how to best navigate, police brutality. How about not being brutal? How about conflict resolution? How about de-escalation? How about not having, how about having to not use your gun as a first response? How about not turning off your goddamn
body cam?
Thank you. Because there's so many stories of all these cops turning off body cams. How about we start implementing some kind of, accountability thing that is outside of the police department? Because clearly, we investigated ourselves and found that we did nothing wrong is something that we've heard far too many goddamn times. And that's not even the point that I'm trying to make. I'm actually just coming back to my original point, which is we, black people, need to stop forgiving racists. Let me say that again. Us black people need to stop forgiving racists. I don't care what religion you follow. I don't care what God you think governs this planet or anything like that. The fact that you keep publicly forgiving these racists keeps painting the picture that those of us with some common goddamn sense. Sorry, let me take that half a step back. You continuing to forgive these racists paints a picture of us allowing any and everything to happen to us. And those of us with any ounce of common goddamn sense are seeing that this thing is starting to happen, that we keep getting killed left, right, and center, and the people who do it are getting away with it with little to nothing. Amber Geiger is supposed to go to jail for 10 years, but because she got convicted of a lesser sentence, she is eligible for parole in 5. There are whole entire communities of people that are rotting in jail for decades over weed possession, and yet she can kill a whole entire person and get 5 years? No. Like, I hope and pray she gets thrown in Gen Pop with the same people that she arrested so she can actually get some kind of vigilante justice on her, because this is ridiculous. I am sick and tired of each and every person that keeps trying to forgive these races and trying to say that all we need is love and that what we need to do is, like, be nice and kind. No, fuck that. We've been trying to do the nice route for, 50, 60 years now, and where has it gotten us?
In a grave.
It keeps getting us in graves, incarcerated, disenfranchised, disadvantaged, redlined into areas where we can't live anymore. All these things because we're trying to be nice and be kind about it and ask for it. No, it is not a request anymore. It needs to not be a request anymore. And I'm sick and tired of waiting on other people to do it.
And that, folks, has been your Yellow Diamond representation.
All right, we ain't done yet, though. We're not done with that yet, though.
All right, girl, bring it.
So the man who testified against
this
Amber
shit.
Geiger
Yeah, this I saw in the notes, but I hadn't heard of this.
is now dead.
Wait, what?
Yes.
The fuck?
Got shot in a
Botham's
drive-by
across the hall
shooting by unknown assailants in a gray van that sped off as soon as he was down.
And there's so much stuff floating around about this. There's conflicting stories
Inside
about him
job.
being shot.
Fucking inside job.
Yeah.
It just smells like inside job. This is a whole fucking
And
Law
now-
and Order. Just
And now, the woman who filmed the arrest just got fired from her job in retaliation.
I mean, filmed the
And
murder.
is now being labeled as a black radical and is currently
So,
unemployed.
The footage that she took
the footage that she took got
confiscated.
confiscated by the police.
let me get this straight. The very thing they were starting to like be okay with us trying to like record. Well, I won't even say okay, but like
They
blatantly
couldn't say
like,
anything about it.
literally, I don't think the law ever became official, but it was more or less like within their code of conduct, like if they wish to record for their own safety and preservation, then it is allowed. You can't downright stop them because it's still their choice. It goes along
It
with our
didn't stop
amendment
them
of
from
freedom
trying.
of like
It didn't stop them from
speech and,
trying,
like,
but they did it
expression.
anyway. Yeah.
But you mean to tell me she's gotten fired
She ain't got no
in
job?
quote unquote retaliation just for filming and documenting this horrific event and has been labeled as such a black radical.
Which I love how the government is doing a lot more about these quote unquote black radicals when there is still
the
a whole
Klan.
entire Ku Klux Klan that floats around.
And the clown.
Yet, if memory serves, something very similar to this with the races reversed had about 2 years ago in Georgia, I remember hearing.
Yeah.
And nothing like this happened. There wasn't no white radical. He was actually celebrated for like recording the incident.
Yeah, because he's white.
This is why we need to stop forgiving racists.
Yeah.
This is why they need to be held accountable either by law or by blood. I'm tired. I am so very tired.
Like they were on, like the family was really on some I'm not black, I'm OJ shit with that whole I want to be your friend stuff. Like, okay.
I understand there's
You
a
really
time
think
there's
that
a
they're gonna
time
be your
and
friend?
place for sympathy either based on religion or personal feelings, but there's also a time and place to realize you need to wake the fuck up and see that the world around you isn't all puppy dogs and rainbows. It's a very gray color, and there's a very thin line between common sense, common courtesy, and
stupidity.
just being the common denominator in all the bullshit going on.
Ooh, that was poetic.
Yeah.
I still maintain we need to stop forgiving racists, and I promise you I will haunt the fuck out of somebody.
Period.
I now second that notion. If any of my friends who I know are listening to this, because I send them the links for every podcast, even the ones I'm not on, you're welcome, by the way, for the view count probably sporadically increasing. If I get killed in an unlawful manner and I see you so much as high five this nigga, and I'm saying this in the nerdiest way possible just to hold back true anger, because that will make Vesta's job of mixing this properly a living nightmare. I will personally ask God to put me in the Sarite so I can come back as a Soul Reaper and I will beat your ass with every ounce of that Zompok toe and then some. let me make this perfectly clear now. If you are a family member, insert friend, insert any form of importance to TJ the motherfucking prophet, and you forgive my killer, you are just as guilty.
Yeah. And to add to that point, if you forgive them internally so that way you can move on,
that's fine.
That's a completely different story. That's you
fine.
making peace.
Exactly. There's making peace, and then there's
stupid.
being a piece in the puzzle. That's the problem.
And can we talk about this judge and the bailiff?
Let's not.
Let's not?
Let's leave that alone.
That judge just...
Oh, let me give you a hug, bitch. If you don't hug your edges back.
Because when I saw the picture and I saw her facial expression, I'm like, okay, she's forgiven for the sake of her internally making peace on behalf of the culture. But at the same time, why? There has to be a deeper meaning behind that outside of just your own peace of mind. Because
I am just so tired. And you know what? Do we have anything else to say?
Nope.
not without inducing anger.
Yep. And that's kind of, you know what? Somebody remind me. I feel like we should talk about anger on our next mental health section.
Duly noted.
But I think this is as good a time as any to wrap the show up then. Is there anything you want to plug before I go through my usual spiel?
Well, the only things I would have to plug are technically like retcons on our usual like end of show spiel. So go on.
All right. That wraps up yet another episode of the Baldwin Kids. If you've got any questions, comments, great ideas, or just want to say hi, shoot us a like and a DM on our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can also get a hold of me on the Twitter and catch some hands on PSN. I'm on both as the Iron Magnus. Oh, that reminds me, I'm actually also on Borderlands 3, so if y'all need some help, let me know.
Remind me, I need to get my PlayStation fixed so I can cop that.
But I'm on both as the Iron Magnus. That is THEIRONMAGNUS.
Darling.
Oh, I'm awake.
Trying to catch me whenever we start recording a new thing.
I'm on Instagram. Wrong Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Vesta with 2 underscores. Love Notes and Who Are You Now are out everywhere.
Including Beyonce's title.
Including Beyonce's premium lace front service. And yeah, find all that shit. You want to know who's on that?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Ohio. Jesus. Yes, I am featured on Who Are You Now. I'm in the first song. But you should totally like listen to the rest of them because they are just as equally amazing, if not more so.
Because we've got Vesta being sickening on all 4. We've got TJ being awesome on the first one. We've got is Tracy on the second or third one? I don't remember.
Third.
We've got Vesta just being sickening in general on the second track, and then our skincare extraordinaire fave Tracy with a featured voice clip on the third one, and then Who Are You Now? Hope It Hurts You Too is just a fucking bop, and bitch, it needs to be like on the radio.
Again, I will give you the information to help you with the radio stuff.
Yeah.
As far as social media, I'm still on Instagram, but if you pay attention, you'll notice I've changed the name. It is no longer TJ_the_prophet. It has now been rebranded as A_prophet_called_TJ. You say the whole damn thing like a Tribe Called Quest. Note to Self has now been officially rechristened to Thine Own Self Be True. To eliminate stress, there is no official date, but just know it's going to come out because I want this to be perfect for everyone's enjoyment. In the meantime, I have a side mixtape called In the Meantime that if you enjoy me for my love of everything 90s hip-hop and boom bap related, this is for you. I'm going back to my roots.
Back to my roots.
That's actually the title track, Going Back to My Roots.
Hey.
Nice. But to close, as always, we are independent black creatives, and we will see y'all next time. Drink some water, take your meds, and do better.
Love you.